'66 homecoming queen and duchesses. I know which one you're talking about in front of the studio. But those were just
The
headshots.
1961 football guys meet one time a month on Wednesday. So I can get this to those guys and they can go through and pull all those pictures from the 60, 61, 62, 63 era.
That one does, there's like, I mean, that may not be the year. And unfortunately, my father did not write dates on everything. So I don't know what years those were, but that was out on the football field of all the homecoming duchesses.
Well, let this old man put his glasses on and see if that helps any.
Out in front of the old El Patio.
We're at Barney's studio, which Mother and Daddy moved to San Angelo in 1947 and opened up Barney's studio. This is our third location on West Beauregard, and we are here at 3111 West Beauregard, and we're going out, we aren't going out of business, we are retiring after 71 years.
Were there any other family names, like your parents? Did they grow up here?
Mom went to Lakeview.
Oh, San Angelo has been so good to us. The stories that Mother and Daddy would tell, in 1951, they had a fire, and San Angelo rallied behind them. We lost everything. People would walk in and put $200 down on the table, and I know all their names. They would walk in and they'd put down $200 and say, "Barney, go buy a camera. I'll be back in 6 months to have some pictures made." The people at the bank said, don't make a car payment until you can afford to do it. There won't be any interest. People would walk in and say, "I'm not ready to have pictures, but here's $100 towards getting your studio back on its feet." San Angelo has been incredible.
Mark Langer, Ronnie Phillips.
Did you find yourself?
Hadn't yet. Alan Gilbert. Looking at these pictures is kind of like going to a class reunion. I mean, it's seeing the people as we were in those days, because now fortunately I get to see a lot of them today, and so I want to share this with my friends from Lakeview back in the day, and the families, to encourage them to come out here and get these pictures, these negatives, and get the pictures done for your family.
We have negatives floor to ceiling on one whole wall at the darkroom. And we're hoping to find homes for as many of those as we can. Unfortunately, Daddy never put names or dates on some of the things, so it's been a struggle. And these will not go to an estate sale to be sold or anything. We will have to figure out a way for what is left over, how to get rid of them in an ethical way. These over here that are some of Daddy's, most beautiful, just beautiful women and great pictures. I don't know who they are, but they're someone's great-grandmother, and I would just love to get them to the right people.
I lived every dad's dream. My two boys went to high school together. They played high school football together. They played high school baseball together. They played college football together, and they coached together.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. Yes.
Well,
Yep.
that is pretty cool.
That is super cool. Yes, and there's both of them in that picture right there. Well, we all have these images in our mind, and we think back to the time. I refer all the time, and I say, back in the day. Well, this is back in the day. The stories that we tell as we get older, our stories get longer and longer, because the back in the day gets more and more important all the time. And these are images of what we really were like. And you can look at these as the picture in front of this building here. I remembered that when I drove up, I went, I know there's pictures of the homecoming court in front of this building. I remember that. And as you look through this, you see the images of the school, the images of now where there's a football practice field, and the things that went on back in those days just come back through your mind.
Why are photos so important?
Because they remind us of where we come from, who we are, and good times, memories.